Hello everyone, so welcome back to another episode. Today, I will be continuing Belmont Hills, the neighborhood we all love and we all wish to live in. Since last episode, I made a few changes. I added here a few roads. This is what the general layout is going to look like. Um, yeah, so I will continue with this one. And I think today will just be like a time lapse of roads, and the general concept I will be going with will be terraces, like basically like rice terraces, like in Asia, that just go lower and lower with roads on them, and I like these roads because I find they remind me of Dubai, because in Dubai there's an island. It's called like the Palm Tree Island, and it's just they actually built it in the ocean, and it's made out of sand, and it's in the shape of a palm tree. So these roads, especially this one, these winding roads like this, they just remind me of the palm tree that they built out of sand. So yeah, so the way I proceed by doing this is so basically you just start by terraforming um, steps basically, and I'm just trying to go with an organic look basically, and having them be on by with different sizes and different angles, and then I use the tool, which is a slope, and I click on 2 points and then I just drag and it makes a nice slope, and now the roads are going to go down, and since I use a tool, it's going to make some very nice roads that are not going to have any um, like dents in them, like bumps. And for it to look very hilly, I made the roads be very curvy. So the roads are basically just separating from one road, so it's like there isn't just a main boulevard, it's just one road that just goes on and on and on and just branches off in a bunch of other roads. That way I will minimize the traffic, and it will again have once again have a more natural look to it, kind of like roads that you could find in these types of neighborhoods. So now I basically got down to the bottom of the hill, and over here I'm just continuing this boulevard, which I find looks really cool because it's right at the base of the mountain, and it's actually like a natural separation from the other part of town, since to the left of this boulevard there's the elevated surface, so it kind of already acts like a wall. And yeah, so that I just showed you guys the boulevard, what it looks like, and yeah, so there's that little house over there, which initially I put it there just because there was nothing else in the area, but now I'll just take it off because it doesn't really fit the theme anymore, and all is abandoned, and this is a nice neighborhood, not a junkyard. So I bring it down even a bit more. So basically this isn't really on the hill anymore, but it's still like, I'm gonna build a wall over here, you guys are gonna see, which will separate it from the campus, which will still make it a nice area to live in. So this is probably like the richest neighborhood in Montreal. It's based a bit on actual Montreal, because in Montreal we have a neighborhood called Westmount, which is similar to this, which is on the mountain and lots of curvy roads and with great big houses, similar to like Beverly Hills or something like that, but it's just more to the left of the city, not this much to the right. But whatever, this was a cool spot for it, so I still decided to do it. Yeah, it sucks though that in this game we can't have like bigger houses than like 4 blocks. like 4 squares, because that would be really amazing if we could have a neighborhood with like 8 square homes, something like that. Hopefully in the next update or something, or maybe someone can come up with a mod. But then they have to make new assets and things, so I guess it's not that easy. But if the game comes up with something like that, that'd be really cool. So now I'm bringing this road basically through the mountain, because it's also gonna serve as like, I don't think I'm gonna build the city further than this boulevard, and this road is just gonna be one that will kind of cross through the forest and the park, because the city's gonna expand a lot to the left also, and we need a decent connection. So this boulevard will do just the job. And so now some little terraforming is going down, and after that I will connect a road which will be on the ridge up here. And so I have a lot of trees, and I don't have the mod, which is like the brush to delete the trees. I know I should, but it's just I'm too scared it's going to break my game, because I'm reading lots of comments that were saying that it doesn't work well. So overall I don't think it's worth it, but it would be a really good idea to get it. Sorry for my throat, guys, I'm a bit sick today. Anyway, yeah, so now I'm just replacing it because I didn't want it to go up. I wanted it to have to be basically on the same y-axis or x-axis. Anyway, forget that. So this is gonna be the westernmost entrance of Belmont Hills. So it's the most to the left, and this is basically the road layout of Belmont Hills. Now I'm just taking off the trees. So yeah, now you can see it a bit better. So there's these longer roads to the left, and then there's those swirls in the middle, which go down and like on the terraces. And it's gonna end up being pretty big. There's, I think, like gonna be maybe 15,000 people living in it, or 20, or maybe 12,000, 10,000, something like that. And now that I'm zoning them, you're gonna see that as soon as we get down in the hills, I'm trying not to zone anything that is below 2 blocks, because I want to have 2 squares, because I want to have only big houses. I don't want to have any like small trailer home looking type of houses. So yeah, so as you can see, which is really cool about this neighborhood is that the neighborhood is really on like a bunch of different elevations, which make it really cool. And that is one thing I haven't really experimented with in this season so far, so that's why I was really eager to try it out. Now, as you guys can see, I'm building what's it called, a gated community entrance. I posted a video just I think a week ago about this, showing you guys how to build it, but you guys can see right now how I'm building it. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I find it looks cool basically just because these big shacks are like actually they're the thing that you put the shopping carts in, but they act perfect just because they're pretty big and they look like some type of shed. So yeah, that's the fence, or the gate actually. And over here on the main road was the village that I built in the previous episode. So you guys should go check it out if you haven't seen it so far. Um, yeah, so now I'm just playing around with this. Like I thought about moving it, putting it somewhere cooler because it's a very nice home and it would look really cool and up in the hills too. But I decided to leave it there because I wanted to put it somewhere where it can be seen a lot, where it's gonna have lots of like it won't be like eventually get hidden among other homes and just forget about it. You know what I mean? So here, it's very visible, and it'll always stay like that. So what I'm building right now is I am building like a commercial area because, as you guys can see, in the blue, like over there on the screen where it says your demand that you want, they need lots of commercial. So I'm building this over here just to feed their shopping needs, and the reason why I built an overpass to connect to it, it's because those two roads you guys can see are one-way roads and they just lead into the highway. So I didn't want to mess with that. That's why I built the overpass. And this part of this commercial area is not going to be super fancy or whatever. It's just basically built like in the last 10 years just to feed the demand. Whereas higher on the hill on the main road, that is like the nice road where people walk around and it has history and it's been very nice for like 100 years, you know. This is just built just recently. So now I'm trying to build a nice road so that it feels more like part of town. And the road connected pretty nicely. And yeah, hopefully no one will drive off the wall because at this point the road looks higher than the wall. But I'm fixing this, and yeah. So I think this is the last design of the road. I think I'm keeping this one. And yeah, so now the electricity crossed, so it's fine. Yeah, so now we have like a little extra more commercial. And people are starting to move in and traffic is starting to augment in the area. But besides all of that, it's doing pretty well. And the lookout's not completely done either. I still need to bushify it and whatnot. And now I found this pub place, which is perfect for a nice mountain village. So I put it right over there, right next to the old courthouse. And in the middle, I thought like it needed something very interesting and glamorous. So initially I placed this Zen garden, but then I was like, this doesn't really fit the theme of a typical American town. So I put a parking lot, and I was like, this is too it's not beautiful. I mean, it needs to be way nicer than that. This is like the most expensive neighborhood of Montreal. And I put a gas station, which doesn't look bad, but I mean, it's still a gas station. And I thought about putting it on the side of the highway, whatnot. And I guess I changed my mind. But I did come up with something pretty cool to put. Okay, so now I'm still looking around for the assets. But basically, yeah, I put a fountain, which adds a lot to it and makes it a very nice road. So now, well, they need garbage, that's one thing. And this is so far from the industrial area. So I'm creating a little dump area. And it's just like temporary. I'll remove it for sure because it's really not fitted for this area. And yeah, so I'm just zoning a bit more because the demand has gone up again. And yeah, that's why I'm also playing on fast forward in the game, so this neighborhood grows up quicker. So yeah, now I zone on the Boulevard, which won't actually be part of Belmont Hills. I'm gonna end up placing a wall there, so that way it's gonna be very isolated and private. So yeah, the houses so far are not too amazing. They're like level 1s, level 2s, but in no time they will upgrade. So yeah, they needed water. I mean, thank God I noticed that quickly, or else everyone could have moved out or something. And yeah, so it's looking pretty good so far. And there isn't too much traffic in my city, so I'm pretty happy about that. But anyway, this was the first part of Belmont Hills. It's not done. I'm going to continue in the next episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed. This was the creation of the terraces, and please like and subscribe and leave a comment and tell me what you liked about the video. Bye bye, guys.